A phone call that lasted 47 minutes and ended with only one sound, a scream in the darkness, followed by silence forever. On the night of May 14, 2008, Brandon Swanson, a 19-year-old American from the city of Marshall in Minnesota, was returning home after celebrating the end of the semester with his friends at Minnesota West Community and Technical College. Brandon had been visiting friends in nearby small towns throughout the evening, and late at night, he decided to drive home alone in his Chevrolet Lumina. At around 1:54 a.m., he called his parents, Brian and Annette Swanson, and told them that his car had gotten stuck in a ditch on a rural road near the town of Lind. He said he was fine and unharmed, but he needed someone to pick him up and take him home. His parents immediately set out to look for him, and Brandon stayed on the phone with them almost the entire time. But the problem started quickly. Even though Brandon was confidently describing his location, his parents were never able to find him. He kept saying he could see the lights of a nearby town and that he was near Lind, but his father did not see any car or lights in the area he was searching. Later, investigators discovered that Brandon was completely wrong about his location, and that he was actually near the town of Taunton, more than 40 kilometers away from where he thought he was. The phone call lasted about 47 minutes. During it, Brandon decided to leave his car and walk toward the distant lights he believed were a nearby town. His father could hear his footsteps over the phone as he walked through the dark fields. Brandon described barbed wire fences, dirt roads, trees, and the sound of running water. And at one moment, he said he had to climb over a farm fence. Then, very suddenly, Brandon screamed, "Oh shit!" And immediately, the call disconnected. His father began calling him repeatedly, but there was no response. The next morning, police launched a massive search operation. Brandon's car was found in the ditch exactly as he had described, and it was almost undamaged, with no signs of violence. Search teams used hundreds of volunteers, helicopters, boats, and specialized tracking dogs. The police dogs managed to track Brandon's scent over a long distance through the agricultural fields. Then they led investigators to the bank of the Yellow Medicine River. There, exactly, the dogs suddenly stopped, as if his trail had completely vanished at that point. Investigators believed that Brandon may have fallen into the water in the darkness and drowned, especially since the area was muddy and contained strong currents and deep spots. But despite repeated searches of the river using divers, boats, and search equipment, his body was never found. Over the years, many theories emerged. Did he actually drown? Did he get out of the river and lose his way? Did he suffer an injury and die somewhere that was never discovered? Did he meet someone after the call was cut off? Or was there a crime that was never uncovered? His family has always insisted that Brandon was not planning to disappear, and that he had no mental health or financial problems. The case became one of the most famous, mysterious disappearance cases in the United States, especially because his father was the last person to speak to him and hear his final words directly. In 2010, the state of Minnesota passed a new law called Brandon's Law, which allows police to quickly obtain mobile phone location data in emergency situations and missing person cases. To this day, Brandon Swanson remains officially missing, and no one knows what happened to him after that moment. Tell us, if you were the investigators, where would you have started to solve this mystery? If you enjoyed the story, don't forget to support us with a like and subscribe to the channel, because the upcoming stories are much stranger than you can imagine. Thank you for watching.